Hello friends, welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host Mel Rose and this is your astrology preview for the 34th decan of the year, December 3 through 12, 2023. The second 10 days of the sun in Sagittarius are brought to you by the Nine of Wands in Tarot. But first I want to say, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click for notifications so you will know every time I post more daily astrology and tarot content. And as always, of course, my friends, thank you for being here. The Nine of Wands is giving us perseverance. We may be tired, we may have worked very hard, but now we are near the end of our journey for the year, and this is no time to give up, friends. Give yourself the gift of staying in the game until the buzzer sounds, okay? Here in the second part of the sun's journey in Sagittarius, the Nine of Wands encourages us to show determination, push through obstacles, and remain laser focused on your goals, even through setbacks. This 10-day segment includes the waning half moon in Virgo, which is coming up tomorrow, and the new moon in Sagittarius next Tuesday, Venus's adventure in the land of Scorpio, and the beginning of Mercury's final retrograde for the year. Okay, let's go ahead and take this day by day. Today is Sunday the 3rd. Venus goes square to Pluto today, and this can be a little bit of a bumpy ride. Venus is our loving heart, it's our receptiveness, it's the way we like to attract things into our lives, and it's about our relationships. And Pluto brings about, change and transformation. It picks you up and puts you where it thinks it ought to be, right? And it asks you really to pay attention to what's going on underneath and behind the surface of things that you can see. So this is a time with this square, there can be a little challenge where the power dynamics in a given relationship may not be entirely balanced. There might be some unfairness. There might be some bullying or manipulation there. And this is a time when that's going to really become obvious to some of us, and we have to speak up. We have to sort of renegotiate the terms of how we're going to relate with somebody who's going to bully us, or perhaps we're the bullies, and so the terms need to be renegotiated so that we know how to treat our loved ones with fairness. And additionally to that, we have Mars in a quincunx with Jupiter, and this is Mars and Jupiter can make you feel invincible, right? It can make you feel as though you could do anything, nothing could stop you. The sky is not even the limit when it comes to Jupiter and Mars, right? And this quincunx, there's an adjustment energy there. So it's almost like, yes, we have a lot of energy, we have a lot of fire, we have a lot of initiative on our side. However, we might be a little accident prone. We might be a little prone to not look before we leap. And we want to really be careful to pay attention to what it is we're doing, because, with Jupiter sort of expanding what happens, with the actions that we take, we want to take very careful actions. All right. We don't want to have our mistakes amplified for us. And then tomorrow is Monday the 4th, and Venus is going on into Scorpio. So Venus has been in Libra for the past month, and I haven't talked very much about it, but Venus in Libra has just been, right at home, and it's very lovey-dovey partnership vibe. If you've been in a loving relationship that you feel secure in, chances are this past month, you felt a lot more sweetness in that relationship, and you felt a lot more connection in that relationship. It was a good time to fall in love. If you fell in love, you probably had a good experience with that. But now Venus is moving on into Scorpio, and that's a little bit more complicated. It's interesting that Venus squared Pluto, right, the day before it went into Scorpio, where Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. So again, we're going with these themes about power dynamics and, paying attention to kind of what's underneath and behind the surfaces of our relationships. Okay, we're decluttering our love lives. That means those things that go unspoken, those things we haven't been dealing with, they cause stagnation, and it's really much better just to clear the air between you and a loved one and allow the emotions to flow freely, so that you don't have that sort of clutter bogging down the interactions that you have. And, you know, Venus also relates to our spending money. So this could have to do with decluttering our spending habits a little bit, okay? And then going into Tuesday, the 5th, look at all the Venus on this page in the next 10 days. Venus has the power right now, friends. There's a lot of Mercury here too. So the next day is Tuesday the 5th, and Venus strikes this beautiful trine with Saturn. It's just gone into Scorpio, and now it strikes this trine with Saturn. And Venus, you know, that's again our loving hearts. It's our relationships. It's also a little bit about our spending money. And then Saturn is that, like I was saying the other day, that sort of hard ass coach that is hard to please. You know, he wants to make sure you did everything you said you were going to do. And so you have to show a lot of determination and dedication, you know, to sort of pass the test with that kind of character. Venus trine Saturn is about getting serious in relationships. And especially if there's a proposal, this would be a great day for a wedding proposal. Hint, hint, friends. This would be a great day to receive any kind of proposal of friendship or of taking next steps in a relationship, or even like making a financial commitment. The trine aspect makes it really easy to commit, especially as I'm saying here and as I've been saying for several days, when the proposal is a heck yeah. When you feel heck yeah about what it is that you're about to get involved in, then go ahead and dive in. This will make it really fun, lovely feeling, easy and sweet. Wednesday the 6th, Neptune goes direct. So let the creative tides rise, okay? Neptune is, you know, where Scorpio is the depths of water, Neptune is sort of the expanse of water. It's oceanic. It's so big that it's just sort of all encompassing. And it really covers, creativity. It covers the arts. It also covers our faith and spirituality. So, you know, when it's retrograde, those are things that we're reflecting on and reviewing, you know, in personal ways. And when it is direct, that's when we're expressing ourselves more artistically, more creatively, and with sort of more faith in whatever sort of spiritual trajectory we believe in, whatever spiritual path we follow. Okay, your faith can be strengthened now. You can walk your path with more ease and grace. Thursday, the 7th, Sun goes trine to Chiron, and Mercury will trine Jupiter. So that's a very positive day. The Sun trine to Chiron. Sun is your sense of purpose. It's sort of who you are in the world. And Chiron is about healing. Chiron's been in Aries, so it's about healing wounds of childhood, like bullying, exclusion, that kind of thing. So this is a day when we can really find some healing, and it will help us, like, as people, you know, we can find some healing perhaps for some, you know, about or around some sort of social problems that we've had in the past. And with that, you know, our sense of purpose grows or is more well-defined. The Mercury is trine to Jupiter. This is just, Jupiter expands everything it touches. These trine vibes are just grace, they're ease, they are abundance, they are harmony. And Mercury trine Jupiter, this is like your thoughts, plans, and communications just getting bigger. You're thinking big, you're dreaming big, you're planning big, your vision for your future is expanded. You have a much bigger and better idea what you can be, do, and have. And I say, you know, run with that, because Mercury is in Capricorn right now. It's getting serious. It's ready to make some plans, okay? So dream big while you're making those plans. And then on Saturday, the 9th, Venus runs in opposition to Jupiter. So Jupiter is still going to expand whatever it touches here, but in opposition, we have the potential for conflict. And usually oppositions to Jupiter come with this, don't overdo it. So Venus, back to Venus, is, you know, Venus has all this action during this 10 days, but Venus is in Scorpio right now, right? Decluttering our love lives, having those hard conversations, trying to simplify things and get a good flow, a good ebb and flow of relationship energy going in your romances, in your friendships, and also in your spending money, your spending habits. So don't overdo it, okay? When you're decluttering, when you're simplifying, don't simplify it to a point where there's nothing you can do, right? Don't simplify it to a point where you're working too hard, right? That's not, You know, that's not, that's not the point of decluttering or simplifying, you know, is like making things more difficult for you. It's really about making things easier. So don't overdo your efforts to rework your relationship. Don't overdo your efforts to rework your spending habits entirely, okay? Moderation is the key. Take one step at a time, see how it's going, and then adjust your course. Monday the 11th, Mercury sextile to Venus, very social and friendly vibe. These are both personal planets. I can't say that about any of these other aspects, okay? These are both personal planets. This is your intellect and your receptive, loving, relating heart in a cooperative vibe together. So it's a really good time to get together with friends and loved ones. It's a good time to catch up. It's a good time to let people know what you're doing, share with them. There's a good collaborative vibe here. So, you know, the information you share could be, you know, information that gets you more assistance or, you know, just support from your friends and family, your loved ones. And then that night, Sun will be quincunx to Uranus. That's, you know, basically your core identity in a mode of adjustment with this with Uranus, which just always wants to do things differently. All right. So Uranus is going to throw some surprises at our ways that day. Okay. And it's probably more likely like in our out in the world life, Uranus is going to throw some surprises our way. We're going to meet some interesting people or have some wacky conversations. And we just have to sort of go with the flow and adjust to those changes as they come up, because usually they come with they're positive. Usually they come with upgrades, right? They come with a greater understanding, you know, of the world in general or the universe in general, and sometimes with new technology coming in as well. And then the final day is Tuesday, the 12th. That's Mercury retrograde, the first day of Mercury's retrograde. Mercury will be retrograde until January 1 of 2024. Okay, so that's that's the 3-week span. Mercury will be retrograde in Capricorn. I don't know if it backs back up into Sagittarius at all. I seem to recall that it might spend a couple of days in Sagittarius again before going back into Capricorn. In any case, Mercury is going to be in Capricorn until the beginning of February. So this vibe that we have about being serious about our ambitions and making plans that will, you know, increase our stability, our wealth, and our health in this lifetime. That's going to be with us for a couple of months, and we really have an opportunity with this retrograde. Measure twice, cut once, right? Dot your I's and cross your T's, right? To make sure that we have everything in place before we really move ahead on the next big project and the next big year. Okay, friends, that's it for the 34th decan. The next one will go up on Wednesday, December 13th. I forgot to say that that's the new moon Tuesday. The Mercury retrograde is the new moon in Sagittarius, so that'll be a new beginning for us creatively. And then that next decan, 35, will go up. There are only 36 decans in the year, friends. Decan 35 is going to go up on Wednesday, the 13th. Yeah, and I want to know what's going to happen. I'm sure that you do. So I hope to see you there, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. And please drop 3 big pink heart emojis in the comments just to honor and celebrate all of this Venus action over the next 10 days, okay? Thank you again, and I'll see you all in the next video.